Welcome in, everybody, to a deep dive straight into the college admissions world.
Ooh, sounds intense.
Yeah, this is the big one. We're looking at CounselMore today, a software that aims to help private college planners like you
Okay.
navigate the wild ride of college admissions with their students and parents.
I'm intrigued already.
And get this, we've got a treasure trove of sources for this one.
Lay it on me.
We've got training seminars,
Oh, wow.
onboarding plans, actual assignment templates, meeting notes from CounselMore veterans, custom development requests, and, of course, a little peek at their website.
So it's like a 360-degree view of the software and like its whole ecosystem, right?
You got it. We're going deep behind the scenes.
And that's what I love. I mean, seeing the marketing is one thing, but getting this insider perspective from real counselors, that's where the real gold is.
Absolutely. And speaking of behind the scenes, did you know that CounselMore was actually created by college counselors?
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They were frustrated with the tools that were already out there and decided to, take matters into their own hands.
I mean, that's a great origin story right there. It suggests that they really understand the pain points
For sure.
of college planning because they've lived it themselves.
Yeah, they're not just some tech company jumping on a trend.
Exactly.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty here. One of CounselMore's big selling points is their blueprints, these pre-built assignment packages.
Okay.
And they boast a 72% student engagement rate, which is pretty impressive in the world of college prep.
Wow, 72%. That's huge. Most teenagers I know can barely stay focused on anything for more than 5 minutes.
Right.
So what's the secret sauce here? How are they keeping students so engaged?
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to how the blueprints break down this massive, overwhelming college process into smaller, manageable chunks.
That makes sense. Bite-sized pieces are way easier to digest.
Plus, having those clear timelines probably helps too. Keeps
Mm.
students on track and maybe, reduces some of the procrastination.
Yeah, because let's face it, procrastination is practically a national sport among high schoolers.
Pretty much, I was actually looking through the blueprints myself, and they've got time frames laid out for everything,
Oh, wow.
from 8th grade all the way through senior year.
That's impressive. I
Yeah.
mean, starting that early is key.
Yeah, and it's not just about, checking things off a list.
Right.
They've got assignments built in specifically to educate parents along the way.
Now, that is a brilliant move. Bringing parents into the loop early on, that can make all the difference.
Sets expectations, gets everyone on the same page.
And it shows students that, hey, your family is in this with you.
No totally.
You're not alone in this journey.
It's a team effort, and one thing that really stood out to me was how the blueprints guide students through understanding their high school's school profile.
School profile. Now, what is that exactly?
It basically shows students how their grades and courses stack up against other students at their school who have applied to similar colleges.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's like giving them that context, how admissions committees might perceive their academic record.
So it's not just about looking at a student's GPA in isolation.
Right.
It's about understanding the bigger picture.
And that could be a real eye-opener for some students.
I bet. Especially for those who might be overestimating their chances.
And of course, CounselMore knows that social proof is key.
Oh, absolutely.
They highlight those testimonials and reviews. And one of our sources even mentioned Neil Patel.
Ah, the marketing guru.
Yeah, emphasizing how important customer testimonials are.
It makes total sense, especially for software like CounselMore. You want to know it actually works?
Yeah, and testimonials from other counselors. They build trust and they give potential customers that confidence.
Right, because you're essentially putting your business in the hands of this software.
Yeah, you want to make sure it's the right fit.
Exactly.
Another feature that CounselMore highlights is their integration with Google Drive.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, super convenient. I
Yeah.
mean, who doesn't use Google Drive these days?
Seriously, it's like the universal language of document sharing.
Right. It's practical, it's familiar, it's easy to use.
And for counselors and students who are already comfortable with Google Drive, it makes the transition so much smoother.
And just imagine, no more emailing attachments back and forth.
Oh, that's a dream come true.
Everything's neatly organized, accessible.
Streamlined workflow heaven.
And here's where I think CounselMore gets really strategic.
Okay, tell me more.
They have a whole section dedicated to financial planning,
Okay,
including a financial fit tab.
now we're talking.
And their blueprints even have assignments that guide families through assessing their college savings,
Oh, wow.
reviewing their budgets, generating those financial reports.
That's huge. I mean, let's be real. College is expensive. And a lot of families avoid those tough conversations about finances until it's almost too late.
So CounselMore is bringing it to the forefront.
Exactly.
Having those conversations early can make a huge difference.
Absolutely. It empowers families to make informed decisions.
And you know what else is smart?
What's
They offer customization options for counselors.
Oh, like
So
what?
you can add your own branding,
Nice.
logos, even a custom URL,
That's awesome. It's all about standing out in
right?
a crowded market.
And showing that you're unique.
It's like having your own personalized online storefront.
Now, for those with larger practices, CounselMore offers a multi-counselor plan.
Okay.
And get this, it includes a complimentary SEO review.
A free SEO review. Now that's a valuable perk.
It is, because it helps ensure that your website is optimized for search engines.
Right, so potential clients can actually find you online.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
all about attracting those new clients and growing your practice.
And they're thinking beyond just the software itself.
Mm.
They're thinking about your business as a whole.
And with this plan, they really dive deep into those user roles and permissions.
Oh, yeah, like what kind of roles are we talking about?
You've got admin,
What?
super user counselor, and even variations within the counselor level for accounting access.
So it's all about having that granular control over who can access what information.
Which is essential for managing teams effectively.
Right. Especially when it comes to sensitive data.
So far, it seems like CounselMore is hitting all the right notes.
I'm impressed. They've clearly put a lot of thought into this.
They're offering a comprehensive solution that addresses the needs of both counselors and families.
It's not just about streamlining the college process.
It's about doing it in a way that's strategic.
and effective.
And it's exciting to see that they're not just like resting on their laurels, you know.
Right.
We've got these custom development requests,
Oh, yeah?
which give us a sneak peek into where CounselMore might be headed in the future.
It's like looking into their development roadmap.
Exactly. And there are some interesting things in here.
Oh, yeah.
Like this one, a request to create a new user role called manager.
Manager. Interesting. So who would that be for?
I think it'd be really helpful for those larger practices with, multiple counselors.
Ah, I see. So it's like an extra layer of oversight.
Maybe for quality control or to mentor newer counselors.
Yeah, makes sense. It shows that CounselMore is thinking about how to scale their software for, practices of all sizes.
And remember how we were talking about branding?
Yeah, the custom logos and all that.
Well, some of these requests take customization to a whole new level.
Really? Like what?
One counselor actually wanted to change the entire platform's font and color scheme.
Wow, that's commitment to branding.
Right. They really want CounselMore to feel like an extension of their own brand.
I mean, it's like having a virtual office that's totally tailored to your style.
And there's also a request to restrict student record creation
Okay.
to only admin and super users.
Interesting. Why would they want to do that?
I think it's for practices that are really focused on data security.
Makes sense. You don't want just anyone creating new student records.
It's all about control and making sure that the data is accurate.
Absolutely, data integrity is crucial, especially when you're dealing with so much sensitive information.
Now let's talk about training. CounselMore's program is not just about teaching you how to use the software.
It's about professional development, right?
Exactly. They're investing in the success of their users.
I like that. It shows they're not just in it for the quick sale.
They offer group training, one-on-one sessions, even access to professional development opportunities.
So they're really trying to create a community.
Yeah, it's like a support system for college planners.
And I was really impressed by the level of support they offer.
Oh, me too.
Unlimited Tech Support calls a dedicated email support team.
It's like they're saying, we've got your back no matter what.
That kind of support can be so valuable, especially when you're running a busy practice.
Absolutely. Knowing you can get help quickly and easily.
It frees you up to focus on what really matters, your clients.
And they've got a knowledge base and a video library.
Oh, wow. So it's not just about the technical stuff.
No, they cover topics like, best practices for working with students and parents.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, things are always changing in the college admissions world.
Right, and it's like having a mentor right there in the software.
You can always access that expert advice and guidance.
And then there are those meeting notes from experienced counselors.
Oh, yeah. Those were fascinating.
They were talking about all sorts of things like best practices for onboarding new clients.
It's so valuable to hear from people who are actually using the software every day.
And they were sharing tips on scheduling appointments, collecting payments, creating onboarding documents.
The nitty-gritty stuff.
Right, all the practical things that can make a big difference in your efficiency,
I mean, time is money, right?
especially for busy college planners.
And a lot of their discussion was focused on using CounselMore to automate tasks.
Oh, yeah. Streamline that onboarding process.
Because let's face it, nobody likes doing paperwork.
And one counselor even mentioned that she uses the blueprints to offer a starter package to new clients.
Interesting, like a low-cost way to introduce them to the software.
Exactly.
Yeah.
After an initial evaluation meeting, she then presents them with a more comprehensive package.
That's smart. It's like a foot in the door.
And CounselMore has some pretty robust accounting features built in, too.
Oh, really? Like what?
You can track your time, create invoices, manage billing profiles, all within the software.
That's convenient. No need for separate accounting software.
Right, and it keeps everything organized in one place.
I love that. And did you see the different billing formats?
Yeah, they've got options for everyone.
The kind of flexibility is important.
Now, the assignment templates we saw,
Oh, yeah.
those are a real standout feature.
They had a template for everything.
Right, they've got a financial aid appeal letter template, a teacher recommendation packet, and more.
Those templates can save counselors so much time.
And they ensure that you're using best practices when communicating with students, parents, and colleges.
It's like having a cheat sheet for all the important stuff.
That financial aid appeal letter template is a lifesaver.
Yeah, that process can be so complicated and stressful.
Having a template to guide families through it can make
Yeah.
a huge difference.
It's about empowering families to advocate for themselves.
And potentially secure more financial assistance.
Right, because every dollar counts.
And the teacher recommendation packet gives students clear instructions and prompts.
So they know exactly what information they need to gather.
It makes it easier for teachers to write those strong letters of recommendation.
It's all connected.
It's amazing to see how CounselMore has evolved
From a simple college list building tool,
to this comprehensive platform that supports the entire college counseling ecosystem.
it really has come a long way, and they seem committed to continuing to innovate
Oh, yeah.
and improve.
We've covered a lot of ground already.
But there's still more to explore.
There are some real hidden gems in CounselMore.
I'm ready for more.
All right, so we're back for the final stretch of our CounselMore deep dive.
Oh,
And I want to make sure we hit those little features
yeah, the hidden gems.
that can really make a difference in a college planner's day-to-day life.
You know, the things you don't even realize you need until you see them.
Exactly. Like, did you notice that CounselMore lets you add custom columns to the app tracker? Oh, really? Yeah. So you can organize and track student progress in a way that makes sense for you.
I like that. It's all about flexibility.
Right. Because every counselor has their own style, their own system.
Exactly. And it's smart of CounselMore to recognize that.
And it's not just about organization.
Okay.
It's about control, too.
In what way?
You can decide who can see or edit the college notes section.
Oh, that's interesting. So you can make sure everyone in your practice is working from the same information.
Or you can restrict access to maintain consistency,
That's important. You don't want any conflicting information floating around.
especially when you're dealing with multiple counselors and tons of student data.
Your data integrity is key.
And speaking of key, communication is everything these days.
It really is.
And I love that CounselMore has integrated texting features,
Oh, that's a good one.
right? Because it's such a natural way to stay in touch with students and parents, especially teenagers.
I mean, let's face it, they practically live on their phones.
It's fast, it's convenient, you can send reminders, share updates, answer quick questions
It's like having a direct line to your clients.
without being too intrusive.
Exactly. And you can even send those broadcast messages.
Oh yeah, to your whole client list.
Perfect for important announcements or deadlines.
Now, one thing that really impressed me was how CounselMore emphasizes tracking student progress and measuring outcomes.
That's so important. You know, you've got to be able to show the value of your services.
Exactly. It's not just about getting students into college.
Right. It's about showing that your guidance made a real difference.
And CounselMore has all these reports and dashboards that help you do just that.
Oh, really?
You can track student engagement assignment, completion rates, even college application outcomes.
So it's all right there at your fingertips.
And having that data can be incredibly powerful.
You can see what's working, what's not.
Identify students who might need extra support.
Yeah, you can really tailor your approach.
And you can also showcase your successes to potential clients.
It's like having a portfolio of your work.
And CounselMore plays nicely with other tools too.
Oh, that's good.
They've got integrations with things like HubSpot and Zapier.
So you can connect all your systems.
Streamline your workflows.
It's all about efficiency.
One last thing I want to highlight is CounselMore's commitment to ethical practice and student well-being.
Okay.
Their terms of service really emphasize their responsibility to protect student data and privacy.
That's so important these days with all the concerns about data breaches and online security.
Absolutely. And it's reassuring to see a company that takes these issues seriously.
It shows they're in it for the right reasons.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think it's safe to say that CounselMore is a game changer for private college planners.
I agree. They've really thought of everything.
From streamlining workflows and boosting student engagement
To providing those data-driven insights,
and supporting ethical practices.
they're setting a new standard.
Now, before we go, we want to leave you with a question to ponder.
Okay, hit me.
Imagine you could design the perfect college counseling software. What would it look like?
Oh, that's a good one.
What features would it have?
Mm.
What problems would it solve?
I'm going to have to think about that one.
Take everything we've discussed today and let it spark your imagination. You might just come up with the next big thing in college planning technology.
That's a challenge I'm willing to accept.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.